You may have heard me on my social medias or over on the Clubhouse mention that I've been toying around with some of these IP internet connected radios, commonly known as POC, push to talk over cellular. Well, TID Radio was generous enough to send me a couple of their radios on the POC platform. They gave me a mobile and a handheld to try out and also set me up to test out their push to talk two-way communication software. And I'm going to show it to you right now. TID Radio, mobile POC and handheld POC radios, network connectivity. You don't need towers, you don't need repeaters. This works off cellular or Wi-Fi internet, and you can talk wherever you want to. The mobile is the TD M6 Plus that features a touchscreen, and the handheld is the TD G728A. And I'm going to show you some basic, easy operating on these radios pretty much straight out of the box after you log into the software. First thing you do, once you have it hooked to a power source, you can use the included 12 volt adapter plug for your vehicle, or I have it wired into a 12 volt plug for the house. Hold the power button down, you'll get the boot screen, and it runs off an Android 7.1 operating system, so it takes just a moment for it to boot up. It's just like a cell phone starting up when you cut the power on.
TID Radio.
Android is starting and it boots up. This is the main screen. You have a calendar, some settings, a photo gallery, and your settings where you can do Wi-Fi, Bluetooth settings, data usage, and more. This is a touch screen. You swipe to slide. There's where you can check for any updates, and already on the latest update straight out of the box. It also has a spot here on the bottom for 2 SIM cards. I do not have the SIM cards in. We are connected by Wi-Fi today. You have a telephone option where you can make phone calls if you had the SIM card inserted with an active cellular plan. This also has text messaging, and the heart of it, the way it's set up, is Comlins. This is the software that they're using for the communication of these radios. We have set up a couple of test groups. You can see test group 1 shows 3 users online with a total of 4 that's registered to that talk group. You can switch to the other talk group by just tapping on it. And now I am on that test group. All right, now we're back on talk group 1. Shows your contacts. If I wanted to individually call one of these, I could select, and you see the handheld, which is the TD G728A, is showing that there's a call being received. I can take the microphone. Hello, hello. I can take the handheld radio. Testing audio.
Testing audio. Hello, hello.
Does have a very loud audio on it. No problem hearing that. You can go back over and go to record. Go to test group 1. And here it shows you.
Testing audio. Hello, hello.
You can play back
Audio.
different files. It's transmissions that came in through the talk group. So these are real easy radios to operate. Same way with the handheld. Like I said, this is the TD G728A. This also shows you your groups that you're in and contacts that you can contact individually instead of the whole group. Also has the record functions, just as I showed before.
Testing audio. Hello, hello.
You go to group and you can change groups as well, just as you can on the mobile. Even if you're in the home screen, still when you key up, it is logged in to your Comlins account, so it will start transmitting to everybody in the group that's logged into that as well. So you do not have to have the screen open So even if you're actively looking at other options on the handheld or the mobile, it will still give you the call or transmit when you get ready to. This also has some of the same options and functions in the menu. The handheld is not touchscreen. You use your buttons. This is left, this is right, exit, select, up and down, of course. You just hit the green button, go down, check update, and it's already the latest version. Call records. This would be if you were using a cellular plan. This would show you your call records on, of course, your SMS or your phone. Go through and enter numbers just like that. So real easy, real simple. This is a good communication device. Like I said, it works off of cellular data, internet, or Wi-Fi internet. And as long as you've got a internet connection, whether it be cellular or Wi-Fi, you can speak to each other no matter where you're at, and no matter the distance. Okay, so here is a look at your Comlins dispatcher console that you can download onto Windows PC, is what we have it on today. It shows the users that are connected. It also shows these radios have GPS. This radio has a GPS built in, the icon right there on the top. So the mobile unit has a GPS PoC that goes into the back of the mobile radio, and you would be able to see these users. As you can see here on the screen, these are GPS locations last reported by these radios as I use them. You've got your groups that you can click into to join. We are already in test group number 1, I believe. And if you would like to talk from the dispatch console, as long as you have a microphone connected to your PC that you're running the console on, you can click the microphone here and it starts talking. There's audio. Getting a little feedback because I'm so close. But it's got great audio. I mean, this is fantastic. You can do a broadcast. So you can send text messages to all users that are online into the groups. You can look again to see who's connected to GPS. You got your users. You can add, remove, do some more settings in this console. You can do a SOS. So if I was to send a SOS, you see all the radios connected starts going off. It gives you what radio is making the SOS. So you can go and you can click OK and shows and hello, are you okay? Now on the mobile, it is connected directly to the dispatch console and listening for audio. So I'm talking directly to them. So what's going on? So we release that push to talk, and this radio is still going. So each user has to acknowledge by pressing OK, and then it clears up and goes away. So now you can see there's an SOS here on the map. And now you click back into it. It shows the record, gives you the time and the date. It shows that it had a GPS coordinate. So that's pretty handy if you got drivers out in the field and stuff. You can keep up with them. If they get into some trouble, they can hit that button, send a SOS. Also gives you the address. Yes, it's blurred out. There's more messages. These are some just test messages. This is where you can listen back at what's been said. So you can think of this as your main dispatch center. That's why it's called the dispatch console. This is stuff that somebody that's overseeing the other users that you got out there in the field with these radios, this is stuff that they might need to see and hear. So if you miss something, you can go back and play it back. You click the rescue in button and it clears the SOS off the map, and you're back to seeing what is out there and everything's back to normal. These are the POC radios by TID Radio. These are some great little units. I think they're very easy to set up. The customer support is responsive in helping you. Sent me a little booklet showing me step by step on what to do. There was no question on how to get these things set up, registered on the group, and connect them to my network. So as long as I've got my telephone, my cellular phone, I can tether either one of these radios while I'm out on the road to the internet on my phone and still have a connection here at the house. So I can leave one here and I can go on a trip or something and still have communication if I need to talk back to the kids or somebody in the family if I was working. This is also an option for many different industries. At my office, we use a statewide system that is very costly. It's set up across the state, and it still relies on towers and radio signals being able to get through. This system here, as long as you have a cellular internet network or a Wi-Fi network that you're connected to, you can talk. No matter if you're indoors, outdoors, wherever you're at, you can do it. So this is a good option to look at if you're needing very long range, good quality communications that you can rely on. All right, pretty easy radios to mess around with straight out of the box. Pretty straightforward. Just log into your accounts that you should already have set up if you're going to use them for those purposes. But as a ham radio channel and operator, we like to tinker with things. And that's what I'm going to do. I've been experimenting with these radios and stuff on how can we use these in ham radio? How can we mesh it together? And I've got a few little things that I've tried and I've been enjoying them. They're pretty handy on these aspects. So stay tuned and look forward to the next videos on POC radios.